Is this you? You work all of the time, but you're not making much money in your practice. Or you have so many ideas, all of the ideas about things that you could be doing in your business, and you don't know where to start. It's just a total overwhelm and paralysis because you have so many ideas. In that scenario, sometimes you can't turn off from your business. Is that you? You have a hard time disconnecting and just turning it off and living the rest of your life because you're always thinking about all of the ideas and all of the things you could be doing in your business. So I totally understand. Or are you just still getting ready to get ready? You're like getting the website going, the tech, endless ideas about other certifications that you need. You're still just gearing up, getting ready to get ready. Could be you. Or you're totally in the right place. Believe me, if you are not making money in your practice, but your toilets and your kitchen and your dishes have never been cleaner, because when it gets time to go to work, you find a lot of other things that need your attention. Before we dive in, there's just a couple things I want to point out, and my perspective on business and business coaching and everything that I teach is really that your business is the ultimate expression of your creativity. I think that there's a lot of very good sound business advice out there, but we can tend to think that it's a recipe that needs to be followed exactly, like baking. Like I put down here a little note to myself, like cooking, not baking. You want to be cooking in your business. When you're baking, there are steps, there are measurements, there's a formula, it's rather scientific, and you need to follow it. And I think that we get the impression that that's what building a profitable and freedom-based business is like as practitioners, but it's not. I will always bring the food analogies to the table, by the way. Your business is like cooking. It's like to your taste. It's add a little bit here, taste it. Is it working? Do you need a little more of this? We're not really measuring. It's your creative expression of all of your life experiences, all of your expertise, all of the amazing perspective that you have to share with the world. That is what your business is. It's not baking. It's definitely cooking. Last thing before we get into what you're actually going to be creating today is just talking a little bit about the employee mindset versus the CEO mindset. I see this come up quite a bit with my clients, and so I just want to talk about it for a second. When you are working, and especially when you're thinking about time management, it can really be a pervasive belief that you have 8 hours a day, you need to be sitting in front of your computer, and you need to be working. And that if you just put in the allotted time, that a magical cake will pop out of the oven, right? Like if you're baking, if that's the recipe in your business, that this cake will appear, and it won't. Because working is a jobby. That's a job hobby. It's just a jobby unless you're actually producing results, unless you're actually getting clients and you're making money in your practice. You are not punching a clock. If you are used to working as an employee, this just can be an adjustment. And I find a lot of people really struggle with trying to figure out, well, how do I spend my day? I have all this time now and I have to actually do something or else I'm just wasting it. CEO mindset is a little bit different. You're incentivized by your focus and your productivity. The faster and more efficiently you can do the few things that you need to do each day, the more space and time and freedom you have in your life. That is amazing. So a CEO mindset, not a workaholic mindset, not a crazy every bit of my attention every day I have to cram in more work. That's not what I mean by a CEO mindset. I mean being intentional and rewarding yourself for your constraint and your focus by doing everything else in your life that you want to be doing. That's what I mean by a CEO mindset. These three in particular are, I think, the most important: marketing, selling, delivering, and then going back and doing more marketing, selling, and delivering, and refining and getting better over time at all three of these, instead of what our brain wants to do most of the time, which is prioritize back end. Marketing is not complicated. It's very simple. It's meeting humans. It's meeting more people. That's it. Online or in person, doesn't matter. Do both. Really doesn't matter. Meeting more humans, telling them that you have a business. This is what marketing is. It's so simple. Talking about how you help people. Who do you help? Who don't you help? What do you do? Very simple. This is what marketing is. It's starting conversations. Truly, when someone asks you what you do, instead of minimizing it and, I'm still in school, or I'm kind of thinking about, and totally minimizing your expertise and your practice and your business, it's getting comfortable telling people that you have a business and then how you help people. Just conversations. Here's the magical thing that happens. The more you do this, the more that you can just organically talk about your business, and not in a weird one-liner elevator sentence kind of way that's weird, that sounds really scripted and awful. The more you could just organically talk to people about what you do when they're interested, the more comfortable you'll get doing that, the more you will feel like you have a legit business, the more they will feel like you have a legit business, and the more organic it will become. So you just have to practice this. It's just, marketing is just talking to more people, meeting more people, talking to them, having conversations. And when you do that and you're confident in that conversation, and people will ask more questions. When you're more engaging and you're more confident about what you offer, and you can deliver this information in a way that's like not weird and you don't feel awkward about it, they will start to talk about what you do to the people that they know that you don't know yet. And that is the most beautiful thing about organic marketing. Then it gets to selling. And selling is telling actual people, real humans that already want your help. Like, these are people that already are looking to solve the problem that you solve. Telling them that you can help them. How you can do that. That's what selling is. Now, again, I think that we have this idea that selling is like being really salesy and spammy, and it feels icky, and you're going to go door to door and try to sell everyone you know, try to tell them to work with you and try to convince them. That feels awful. Nobody wants to do that. So if that's what selling is, nobody will do that. And our brains will kind of go to that place where they think that any promotion of your business is that. And it's not. It's absolutely not. But you're a human. I'm a human. I understand that that's what it feels like. And of course you don't want to do gross, spammy, icky selling like that. Nobody wants to do that. But that's not what selling is. Selling, I want you to forever, from now until forever, to think of selling as just telling the humans that already want the help, they already want what you have, how you can help them. That's what selling is. Nothing weird about that. It's a service to someone who is looking for your help. So when somebody is talking about their health problems or their goals or their struggles or what they're trying to find and learn a little bit more about you, and it comes to a critical moment where you're having a sales conversation, it's just truly using the words, I can help you. But then there's delivering, which is the actual helping part. What happens after someone says, yes, I want to pay you actual money. I want you to help me solve my problem. I'm so excited that I found you. This is amazing. This is exactly what I've been looking for. Now is the delivery. Now is the time you actually help them. You are working with your clients at this point. You are delivering whatever you sold them, and you're refining your process, which in the very beginning doesn't feel easy because you're delivering someone else's process. And I don't even know what you do. You're a nutritionist or health coach of some sort, I'm sure, if you're watching this video. So you learned someone else's process for how to help people. And your brain, because it is a human brain just like mine, will go to this place where it's like, I don't know. I'm not really sure if that works though. We don't have the evidence. Does it work for sure? Can we really help people? I haven't done it enough. I haven't done it at all. I don't know. And it will be very doubtful. So if you're in the beginning stages of just starting to work with clients, I offer to you those thoughts are totally normal, but you can just dismiss them and just choose not to think them anymore because they're not helpful to you. And of course, you're delivering someone else's process in the beginning because you haven't worked with enough clients to refine your own process. But that's what gets to be the really fun part of delivery and working with clients, is that you will kind of refine your own process. You'll put your own spin on things. You'll find your new way of explaining it. You'll tweak the methods that work best for you. And all of your secret sauce will come out the more that you work with clients. If you already work with a bunch of clients, you know what I'm talking about, right? This delivery is the helping people and the getting a little more clear on your process. That's super fun. The most important thing to focus on for the next 90 days, and it may be, but probably not. So that's your back-end systems, things like accounting, bookkeeping, automations, especially automated sales funnels, which is hilarious when you don't even have that many sales conversations coming in the beginning, but your brain will tell you, we got to automate this. It's going to be too much. We got to automate it, right? It's crazy. But our thoughts are very compelling. The negotiating power of our brain is amazing at this. Client databases, how to organize clients. We don't even have that many clients in the beginning, but our brains will tell us this is imperative. We have a system in place, right? Totally normal. At some point, those things do become necessary. So I just want to offer that when you are making consistent income and you have data to draw from, this might be where you want to focus for the next 90 days. But for the most part, your brain just wants to do these first because it's comfy. It's fun. It's fun to set up systems and keep setting up shop forever instead of actually doing the things. So I want you to resist focusing on back-end systems as any of your big 3 essentials for the next 90 days unless you are consistently making money and you have data to work with, which means you're having client conversations, you're actually working with clients, your selling is working, and you have a process to tweak in the first place, right? That's what I mean by data.